So the other day, I went on Instagram and asked about things to do in Kumla. And besides the most obvious answer, the only other option was to visit Sweden's highest security prison. And this bummed me out, because I didn't have time for that. So then I asked about Västerås, and I got slightly better answers, although some were the same as Kumla. But then I got an answer that told me to eat cucumbers. And at first I thought, sure, I like cucumbers, but it's a little random. But then I got another comment that said cucumbers, and then I got several more. And that's when I realized that Västerås is known as Cucumber City. And that's all I needed to know before I booked a ticket and made my trip to Västerås. Okay, so I've never done a vlog style video before, so I'm a little nervous because I have to talk to myself essentially in front of a camera. And I hate when people can see it. Okay, but anyway, I just got off the bus in Västerås and it's a perfect day outside. I guess I'm gonna vlog my day in Västerås. It's my first time here. I'd asked you guys what I should check out. So yeah, we'll see what I can do while I'm here. Actually, there's the info center right behind me, so I'm gonna grab a map or something. So the first place I visited was two museums. On one side was the Art Museum, and the other side was Västmanlands Land Museum. The Art Museum featured some typical modern art exhibits. I know it's cliche to see modern art and think like, oh, I could even do that. But come on, guys. They did have a current exhibit featuring a local artist who apparently has made quite a name for himself. And as much as I thought one of these ceramic sculptures would just fit perfectly in my apartment, the price was a bit out of budget. So after the art museum, I went across the lobby to visit the Västmanlands Land Museum. Västmanlands Land Museum. I think I got it. And honestly, I was so impressed with this museum. It was really, really well done, really fun, and definitely seemed like a great place for kids. So I would highly recommend it. One of my favorite parts was the really tiny sculptures, because they were so detailed, but I loved thinking that some grown adult had to sit there and make these tiny, tiny sculptures of what life used to be like in Västerås. Okay, so I'm leaving the art museum and the, what do you call it, like the Lands Museum? Super cool. The Lands Museum was so big. They had tons of activities for kids. I would definitely recommend it. Also met my first ever YouTube fan, so that's crazy. Had a couple people come up to me and say they recognized me, so that was really, really cool. So shout out to Kamar and Christina. Hey. All right, well, I don't know where my next spot is, so I'm just walking. We'll see what I find. So after filming this, I found out that Västerås was voted the second ugliest city in Sweden. And that's just so sad to me. Honestly, I don't know why it would be voted the second ugliest. I mean, this view alone was seriously one of the highlights of my trip. It is so pretty. So I think that the list is wrong, but at least it did do better than Borlänge, which I guess is the ugliest city in Sweden. And I've never been there either, but I'm a little tempted to go check it out and see if it is as ugly as people think. So the building that you see right when you get off the bus is just gorgeous, and I thought that was the Stadshuset because I feel like it looked similar to the one that's in Stockholm. Well, I just found the actual Stadshuset, and I'm gonna have to double check, but I'm thinking of Back to the Future 2, I think when it's like the dystopian future type of thing, I feel like Västerås's Stadshuset looks like that. I honestly can't remember, but I just feel like it should be the other building instead. You guys, I am so embarrassed. I found a clip of the movie and it looks nothing like the Stadshuset in Västerås. But I decided to keep my commentary in this video because it's so bad. I'm so wrong. Okay, anyway, I don't know what this building looks like, but it does not look like the hotel from Back to the Future 2. All right, so far, I'm gonna say that Västerås wins in terms of museums, but definitely loses in terms of the castle. I was really surprised that this was their castle. If I didn't know any better, I would have just thought it was a bigger building, maybe like a school or something. And I was hoping that the inside might be a little prettier, but after visiting the castle, my next destination was across town at the Steam Hotel. It looked like it was about to rain, so I wanted to try and get there as fast as possible. So luckily, I found these rentable bikes, and when I downloaded the app, okay, so it still looked like it was going to rain, but I found a scooter instead. So I took the scooter out to Lake Mälaren, which I found out was the third biggest lake in Sweden. This area was so pretty, and I loved being able to walk along the coastline. Part of the path actually went through a shipyard. I'm not sure if that's what you call it, but it was really cool that you actually got to get up close to some of these boats, and then if you followed the path, it took you all the way to the Steam Hotel. I got so many suggestions to visit the Steam Hotel as well as Kokpunkten, which is a water park. The Steam Hotel was really cool, and I would definitely want to go back sometime. I loved all the details in the interior, and everything just felt so cozy. Plus, they offer activities like karaoke and ping pong and movie nights, and right next door was the water park. I went into the lobby, but I couldn't see anything from the water park itself. So I looked up some videos on YouTube and it looks so cool. So I definitely think that if you want to plan a trip to Västerås and do an overnight stay, if you're with some friends and family, then this definitely seems like the area to be. After visiting the Steam Hotel, I found a nearby cafe, which was perfect because it really did start to rain. So, perfect excuse to go in and get some coffee and ice cream. And after that, I started to head back to the train station. I got a lot of suggestions to go see the Open Air Museum in Västerås, and I definitely wanted to go see it, but I just didn't have time for it. It was also a little bit out of the way, and I didn't know if I could take a scooter all the way there because, digibike. But I did get to do most of the things people had suggested, except for one thing. That's right, guys. I forgot to try cucumbers. Oh, you guys have no idea how disappointed I was that I forgot to try them. But in my defense, I did look it up later, and I guess these cucumbers are in season in August and September. So maybe I didn't miss them, and I just went at the wrong time. But I wish I had known, because then I probably would have gone maybe in a month or two. And if I had gone in a month or two, that means I could have spent my entire day in Kumla instead. Nah. Overall, I'll give Västerås a 6.5 out of 10. Is it the ugliest city? No, it's the second ugliest. But in all seriousness, I really did enjoy Västerås, and it seems like there are a lot of activities you can do here, especially if you have younger kids. The museums were great, and then of course the water park, Steam Hotel, and the Open Air Museum, which I hope I'll be able to check out in the future. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'd love to know if you liked this style of video. Also, maybe what other towns should I try? As always, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hej då!